To having a lasting relationship, today's guests are sharing some of the challenges and triumphs of long-term romantic partnerships.
And we are back with Dr. Viviana and certified sex therapist Emily de Ayala, and of course our couples. And we do want to mention that our couples that are here today are not patients of yours.
Yeah.
So we want to be clear for that. And we do also want to say thank you, because as I like to call this, is sort of like peeling the onion, peeling the layers away.
Yes.
It's a raw moment, so we appreciate you sharing all this information with us.
Okay, so something that we mentioned just right before the break is Emily and Dr. Viviana, you're seeing more and more couples come into your office and say, you know what, divorce is maybe not an option. We need to come up with something new. How about an open marriage?
Yeah, I think a lot of couples, and not just couples, I mean, there are lots of people who have already known from a really young age that being with one person and being monogamous with one person isn't something that they want and isn't something that comes easily to them. So instead of struggling through monogamy for years and years, they've decided to experience what we call an open relationship. Depending on what's going on, it can be polyamorous. There can be threesomes, foursomes, and beyond.
Polyamorous, let me just interrupt. Polyamorous means, you know, having more kind of loving, emotional, romantic relationship with more than one person. There are other forms of open relationships.
Let me ask you that, because I think sometimes we get so hung up on just sex.
Sure. Right.
People can have emotional attachments. I mean, you could have an emotional attachment to a best friend and say, hey, I don't want to go home and have dinner with my partner or husband at night. I would rather go out with my coworker. You know, at what point does it become not okay? Or is everything okay as long as you are just being open and honest with your partner?
So the consent part is something that I'm glad that you're bringing up, because there's a difference between being polyamorous and being in an open relationship and just plain cheating.
Right.
The betrayal and the
everybody
deceit.
just cheats and they hope they'll never get caught.
That's not
totally
an open
different
relationship. That's, you know, that's betrayal. You've broken a promise to that person. Couples who make the decision, and there's a lot that goes into that decision. You know, you think one marriage or relationship is hard. The more people you add to the mix, people who decide to go down this path really do have to be expert communicators, expert negotiators. This is not something that works for everybody. It's not something that will solve every problem. You know, I think a lot of people who make the decision to have an open relationship feel that they have a really strong foundation with their partner, but they acknowledge that maybe there is some need that their partner, for whatever reason, just isn't really willing to or able to meet. And so they have a conversation about how that need may be met from someone else.
Okay, well, we can move beyond the open relationship thing now. But I think it's an interesting thing. I mean, I think the bottom line is honesty is important, and you want to be honest with your spouse. And maybe if you can't navigate together, you seek professional help. So let's go back to Georgette and Christopher. Do you feel like you have reached a place in your relationship where you've sort of got the machine going? I mean, are you feeling like it requires constant maintenance, or surprises still popping up?
I believe that we're in a good place. I mean, we've been together, even though we've been married 13 years, we've been together 15 years. So we went through, you know, our 30s together. Now we're into our 40s. I really and truly feel like this is our best time. I mean, I don't know what God has in store for us down the line, but right now I'm feeling really, really good and really happy. Chris is my best friend. Sometimes people see us out and they ask us, are you related? I'm like, well, I hope not, because this is my husband. So we have a lot of fun together.
You know,
we keep things lighthearted.
The couple who dresses together.
Well, there you go.
There you go. That's
There
it.
you go. So,
But you know, I'd like to add on to that. I tell everybody, this is my best friend, and I married my best friend, and it's a great feeling. Every day it's amazing to be with this person. Yeah.
I love hearing that. I mean, I really do, because marriage is a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
It is. And you guys don't have kids, you do, but there's still challenges, kids or no kids. There are challenges coming at you left and right from the universe.
Yes.
And I think it's awesome that the four of you recognized the issues, but had enough wherewithal to be like, you know what, my heart's in it, and it's in it for the right reasons. And that must be what you guys see out of this too, is that there is a light at the end of the tunnel for these.
Sure. I mean, we do talk about marriage as being this you know, oh, it's so much work, and we tend to talk about it in a very dramatic way. But the truth is, life is fun when you're with the right people. You surround yourself with the right people, and you can get through anything. And whenever you struggle, and like I said, if you're struggling 3-4 times a month about the same thing, get some help.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Gail and Jimmy, I want to bring you back in, maybe just with some final words of advice, because Jimmy, I know you mentioned that maybe you didn't have the best role models, and obviously the idea of like, I mean, I come from a single parent home, and you know, none of us wants to feel doomed like, oh, you'll repeat what your parents did. That's a total myth, right? And you guys are living proof of that.
Exactly.
So if you had to offer advice to another couple, what do you think that might be if you had to boil it down?
Don't be selfish. The marriage is not 50-50, it's 100-100. And that person is the person you have to put everything into. And for Gail and I, it's always been about our relationship with Christ first and our relationship with each other second. And I believe that putting that relationship alongside of our own relationship has helped us a lot.
Faith component is big for you.
It is. It's very important. And the other thing is, we're each other's cheerleader. But you know, the advice I would give to people who are in new relationships is, don't be very wise about the negative things you choose to share with another person, and be very generous with the good things you choose to share about your
negative
spouse.
things about your spouse.
Right.
About your
That is
spouse.
great
That's
advice.
excellent advice.
Yeah,
It is. Because like your friends and family have a much harder time forgiving,
Yes.
forgetting those things.
And that's
And you
the
do.
only picture that, you know, especially people that don't know him, that's the only picture they have, that the one that I've painted. Oh, he didn't do this and he did do that. But I can paint a picture of him, of his strength and his you know, his wise character and things like that. And so that's the advice that I would give.
Well, we do want to say thank you to all of you, to Georgette, Christopher, Gail, Jimmy, Viviana, and Emily. Thank you so much. A great conversation. I'm sure we could continue it all day long.
We should blow out the rest of the show and just continue chatting. Hey, if you guys would like more information on how to connect with Dr. Coles, you can visit TexasRelationshipTherapy.com. And to reach Emily, you can visit ReviveTherapy.com. Thanks to you all so much. This was a really great conversation.
Thank you.
Coming up next, have you ever considered putting a $100,000 toilet in your